All right, welcome back, everybody. Aesop Grim here, and this is the continuation of our Mass Effect Legendary Chronicle series. We're in Chronicle number 1 here, Mass Effect 1. Let me Alt-Tab, make sure I've got everything we are capturing. And Iron Bucket mentioned that gun sounds sounded a little bit low to him. Since gun sounds are also attached to effect sounds, I went ahead and clicked it up 2 points. Now, we won't get any weapons fire in this game, that I don't think, in this episode. But we'll see how that goes. I also turned volume up just a touch. Dialogue volume. Okay, so those were based on Iron Bucket's suggestions, and we'll see how that goes. If anybody else has feedback, I'm very open to it. And we'll get rolling. Today, we're going to first go check out this area right around here. So where am I at? Okay, I need to come up and make a left on this bridge. Here we go. And we're going to see if we can check out what I think is the nightclub over here. I can't remember what it's called now, Coral or something like that. And then we'll make our way up the tower right there, and we'll take the tram over to the rest of the Citadel. Well, I think actually we need to go down here. All right. This is the thing I was looking at. To CSEC Academy. This elevator leads down to CSEC Academy. The Alliance docking bay can be found there. Well, that is what we're looking for, so it's not the nightclub I was thinking it was. But this is where I want to go.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Okay. Citadel Rapid Transit. I think that goes to the docking bay. I love the music in this game. Position officer. This is such a, to me, this is a beautiful song. Okay, to the wards. All right, so this kind of opens everything for us, it seems. Oh, Rex, here we go.
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders from you.
This is your only warning, Rex.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
Go on. Get out of here.
Yes, human.
Let's go with making sure it's who we're looking for.
I'm trying to bring down Saren. Barlavon said to talk to you.
Barlavon is a wise man. We may share a common goal, human.
Enlighten me.
I've been hired to kill the owner of Cora's Den, a man named Fist. He did something very foolish.
What did he do?
He betrayed the Shadow Broker. A Quarian showed up here on the Citadel. She was on the run. She wanted to trade information for a safe place to hide, so she went to Fist. He promised to arrange a meeting between her and the Shadow Broker. Instead, he contacted Saren.
So we're going to be meeting Tali soon. And, you know, I've already set this up and I've told you, and we are running with it. I'm going to romance Liara. I'm going to. Shepherd, right? Our shepherd here is going to romance Liara. But Tali is like a thing for me. And so I hope that it doesn't get weird. But they're already just giving her story right there kind of tied me. I thought that was intriguing. I thought that was neat. Let's see. He promised to arrange a meeting between her and the Shadow Broker. Instead, he contacted Saren. Saren, yeah, that was a mistake.
Fist's not too smart.
He's just greedy. Saren paid him a small fortune for the Quarian. He had to. She has evidence connecting him to the Geth.
Oh, that's big. We need that.
If we get our hands on that evidence, we can prove that Saren's a traitor. And the Council will have to listen to us.
That's exactly right, Caden. I don't know who voice acts Caden, but that voice sounds really familiar. I'm sure probably I'm going to feel like a knucklehead. Somebody's going to put it in the comments and then I'll be like, oh, that's why. You know, but it does. It definitely sounds like somebody, a familiar voice. We can prove that Saren's a traitor. Council will have to listen to us. I wouldn't be jaded. Yeah, we should go for it. That's our job. We're the initiative. We're the tip of the spear. You know, we got to go and we got to get stuff, and then whether or not that's useful or not is up to other people, but we got to get things going.
Where's the Quarian now?
Last I heard, Fist still had her. Probably somewhere inside his club. You help me kill Fist, she's all yours.
Oh man, things are working out well with Rex. I don't even care about the Shadow Broker. It's a deal.
Time we paid Fist a visit.
What about Garrus, that Turian? He wants to take Saren down too.
That's true.
He might come in handy.
He was here just before you showed up. Said he was going to follow up a lead on his investigation. Wanted to speak to the doctor at the med clinic.
Move out.
Man, guys, these characters are awesome. I wish they made video games like this still. Look at they're all cool. It's like real hard for me to decide who to bring. I think I'm gonna give up Caden. One of these days I should do a playthrough with him. But I think I did see a YouTube video that rated him pretty low as far as interesting characters. So and conversely, that same rating system put Urdnot Rex up at the top of the list. Like extremely interesting. Oh, look, here's our makeup. Oh, that's awesome. So we need a techie. We've got biotic and we've got combat strength right now. And Urdnot Rex brings both. He's like us. He's a Vanguard type. All right. Accept squad. Maybe examine? Oh, I have to pick Ashley. There we go. Okay. Confirm squad select. Accept. Okay. Now, we're going to swap Ashley out eventually, and that's really to keep from muddling things up, because I remember I told you I was really waffling hard between whether I was going to romance Ashley or romance Liara. But for you players out there, I have heard that having Ashley and Liara together in the party is that's a strong mix. They make for a good team. And I don't know if I'll be forsaking Ashley totally. It's just that we'll probably not have her as much. All right, let's look around. We got a lot to explore.
Okay, Jalid. Let me get this straight. Your business partner, Shorman, he's threatened you?
Well, no, not exactly. But he wants to meet with me. I think he's going to kill me.
And why do you think that?
I can't really get into the details. But Shorbin will kill me if I leave here unprotected.
I can't help you. Not unless you give me something more to go on.
I can't.
Yeah, that's tough.
Then I've got other work to do. But nothing. Don't bother me unless you're willing to give me details.
Yeah, tough situation for you, man, but maybe you're talking to the wrong people. If there's stuff that you can't give up because you're in a police station, you gotta arrange for alternative methods.
Hey there. Oh, you're not CSEC, are you? Did you want something?
Oh, this was the conversation I was overhearing.
What were you trying to explain to the officer before?
My colleague is trying to kill me, and I thought we were friends.
How do you know he wants you dead?
He's changed. He won't talk to me at work anymore, and he started following me.
Oh man, this dude's tweaking.
Yesterday, he followed me all the way home, just waiting for a chance. I don't care what anyone thinks. He wants me gone. I know it.
Okay.
Is there something I can do? Talk to your friend, maybe?
Would you? That's all I want. Someone to talk to him. Tell him to leave me alone. He thinks he can just push me around, but you'll show him, won't you?
I mean, I'm not gonna go beat him up or anything, but I can talk to him for you.
Just tell me where he is and I'll go find him.
Oh, right. Well, he wanted to meet with me down in the wards near the markets. He said he just wanted to talk, but I know better. His name's Shorbin. He's a Solarian. You shouldn't have any trouble. He's just a scientist. Well, good luck.
All right, so if we run across that guy, you know, these people, they got their hands in the economy. It might be nice to have a contact.
Hello, Commander.
I don't know how that scenario is going to play out either. My intention is just to act as a medium, and I kind of suspect this guy down here is paranoid, and maybe I can work something out between two friends. But we'll find out when we get there. It depends on that. You know, if the guy gives us a bunch of flack and tries to roll heavy on us, then that's probably indicative that he is sort of a bad dude, and maybe we can stick up for homeboy down there. That's a nice view. Okay, checked out that room, went around that room. Elevator. This is to the wards, I believe. Yeah. I want to save the elevator for last. There's the mass transit. And, oh, it looks like, oh, we got two elevators. That's the Presidium. Okay. This. Unknown. The docking bay. Is it the same on the other side? No, there is no other side. And this was to the wards, right? No, this was the requisition officer. That goes outside.
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to Hanar representatives on the Citadel to reach a diplomatic solution.
Okay. Oh, okay. This is so that we can leave. I don't want to leave yet.
This about normal for a human soldier's tour of duty, Williams?
Trying to take down a rogue Spectre and his army of synthetics? No, they didn't cover this in basic.
This is why I let the elevators run. You get a lot of banter in here. We need to go to the wards. That's right, I was going to do the wards first. So that's down here. Presidium will be the last place we go. I thought I saw a dialogue circle on him.
Binary Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
All right, long corridor. Public extranet officer Lang.
Hey, I know you. You're Shepard, right? I was on Mindwar during the Blitz, saw you on the vids when you got your medal. You saved the whole colony.
Looks like you have a fan.
I'm sorry, I just never thought I'd meet someone like you in person. My name's Lang, Officer Eddie Lang, Citadel Security. It's an honor to meet you, Commander. What are you doing down here in the wards? Anything I can help you with?
Maybe.
Why'd you join Citadel Security?
I don't know. Seemed like the right thing to do, you know? Maybe it's in my blood. My grandfather was a cop back on Earth. It's kind of what CSEC is. Police for the Citadel. I'm still pretty new at it, but I like it so far. Way more interesting than staying back on Earth. You get to meet all kinds of cool aliens, like those Hanar. Wild. Plus, CSEC gets a lot of respect here. We uphold the law. People, even aliens, appreciate that.
How do you like working here on the Citadel?
This place is amazing. I've been here almost a year, and I still haven't seen a tenth of it. The Presidium's just so beautiful. Good place to go and relax. But I really like it here down in the wards. There's always something going on somewhere. Like that new club they just opened a few months ago, Flux. Wicked scene in there, Commander. You should check it out when you have some time.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Just the stuff they show in the vids. They always make them out to be super agents on secret missions to save the galaxy.
Yeah.
I know it's not really like that, though. Some of the other CSEC guys don't like them too much. Figure they shouldn't be able to operate outside the law. But if they were so bad, the Council wouldn't use them, right?
I don't know. There is a use. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough question to answer. Like, if you look at Roman history, I don't want to camp on this too long, but one of the things that made the Roman Empire so good and so long-lasting is that they were very pragmatic. Well, a modern term that we use for that is realpolitik. And that basically, it was invented by, oh gosh, what was that Kaiser's name? He was the Prussian Kaiser. This was prior to World War I believe. And he used this methodology. And it basically is an amoral approach to politics. It's do whatever is necessary in the time. Now, I don't agree with that. I think you should have principles. But it is a methodology that has been used successfully in history, and the Roman Empire was one of those that used them. And what they would do is that whenever they faced a crisis, they had a law in place that allowed them to go and find one of their most trusted people, usually a general, and oftentimes out of public life by now, retired or something like that, and give him full, absolute authoritarian control over the empire in order to get them out of whatever problem they were running into. And I guess the underlying idea was that they were facing an existential crisis and they were bogged down by their own bureaucracy. So they wanted to streamline the process and hand it all over to one person that they felt they could trust with the fate of the empire. And he had 1 year, I think, maybe 2 years, but it was one of those, to get everything taken care of, and then he had to hand it back. And they had people that did actually go with that. That's how they defeated Hannibal. So when we're talking about this small group of agents that are handpicked, and I'm sure go through an extremely arduous process, that operate outside the law, what I'm trying to illustrate to you is that we have historical precedent that says that's not necessarily the wrong move, but it is, of course, going to absolutely hinge upon you picking the right people, and you might need to have some mechanics in place to get a hold of a rogue agent like Saren. So, I mean, it's an enormous amount of risk, and I can understand why CSEC, as the police force, would not appreciate that, not trust it. They wouldn't lean that way. So, anyway.
Do you know a CSEC officer named Harkin?
I shouldn't really say too much. He's been on the force a lot longer than me. But I've heard things, you know? Drinking on the job, taking bribes, that kind of thing. Rumors mostly, but they suspended him, so some of it must be true.
All right, that's everything.
I have to go.
Right. You're probably real busy. Well, see you around, Commander.
Appreciate the info, Lang. I don't even know what that is, man. That looks like that tattoo machine from Idiocracy. The one that gave him the name Not Sure. All right, what do we got up here? Oh, look at that view. It's an old game, so it's not up to our current modern standards, but it's still cool looking. You know, they get the feel right. That's the thing. You can be low tech, but you get the feel right, and you've nailed it. I could see somebody taking a GIF of this area, maybe, and overlaying a synth song over it. Where's this go? We don't know yet. I don't want to go into any elevators. I want to explore the floor I'm on.
Excuse me, Commander Shepard.
What's up? Emily Wong.
I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
I don't know. You know, when this game came out, I would be like, of course, but in our current circumstances, I kind of think journalists are garbage. But, and it's not all of them, it's unfair, but Jiminy Cricket, man, we have some people that have absolutely changed the nature of journalism. It's more like a Dear Diary kind of thing now. It's all opinion. But let's at least ask, what is it?
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places I can't go. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
I'm not going to tell her no, but I'm not going to tell her yes either, because having a journalist in your side pocket in case you need to leak information to the public might not be a bad thing if she's a journalist and not a propagandist. And that's what we got to know about her.
How do you know that my investigation is going to uncover anything you need?
You wouldn't be investigating if it weren't big. And if it's big, it's something I'd like to hear about.
You've got to have access to better sources. Why contact me?
I'm using every source I can find, but I think I've got a better shot with you. I've read your file. If anyone is going to uncover corruption here, it's the hero of the Skillian Blitz.
Yeah, don't let her butter you up.
How do you know I'm investigating anything here on the Citadel?
I'm a good journalist, Commander Shepard. Word gets around.
I don't know anything about you, Emily Wong.
No promises. But if I find anything relating to your case, I'll inform you.
Thank you, Commander. You won't regret it.
All right, Miss Wong. Mia piacere. Okay, there's Flux up there. What else do we have going on around here? Okay, so we got a total of 2 elevators on this floor, but we need to go visit this nightclub. Oh, it's an elevator also. Oh, wait, maybe it's just a portal? Rapid transit, okay. Alright, hopefully we don't have to crack heads.
You should be careful who you say that around. What?
Hey, good to see another human in here.
Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. The answers. Tables. Every table full. Nope, there's an empty one.
She doesn't want to come.
Just kind of get a lay of the land.
I'll see if I can talk some sense into her next time I see her.
Be careful. You know how stubborn your sister can be. The more you push and prod, the more she'll run away.
Yeah, you're probably right. Thanks, Glenn.
Alright, watching the bartenders and seeing how they interact with the... So these two are on a first name basis, so she's probably a regular.
Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. So, what can I do for you?
What were you discussing with the Volus?
That's a little forward.
Who, Doran? Oh, I was just asking him about my sister. See, she worked for Doran before she left to... Ugh, sorry. I don't want to bore you with my problems.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Well, okay. My sister Jenna left here to go work at Cora's Den. The problem is, she's working as an informant for CSEC. You know, eavesdropping on the people there. If they find out what she's doing, they'll kill her.
I assume CSEC is protecting her?
They can't watch her all the time. I don't know. Sometimes I think she stays there just to spite me.
Do you know who her contact at CSEC is?
No. It's all very secret. Last time I asked an officer, he told me to stay out of it, for Jenna's safety.
Maybe I could help her understand just how dangerous Cora's Den is.
Would you? That'd be great. Just don't tell her I sent you. Well, I should get back to work before I get in trouble. Thanks.
Okay, well, I took that because the game offers it as an option, but to me, that's, I mean, what do we know about Cora's Den? We're brand spanking new here. You know, that seemed weird to me.
I'm waiting for someone else.
Gambling? Yeah. So we got various games, nobody to talk to, and here it's all games. Okay. All right, well that closes it out for this nightclub. This is, what was it called again? Flux? This is Flux. This looks like maybe the high-end nightclub, the preppy place. We need to find Cora's Den. So we have 2 elevators here to check out. We'll look at this one first. And it's not an elevator, it's a portal. Okay. See, that would probably be a good spot to want to get that in it, I think. And then put this to a background of a synth beat and just slowly, real slowly zoom in, is what I'm thinking. Rapid transit.
I don't think you bought this here. I don't sell this model.
Look, I know it was you. I remember your face.
Really, that's impressive. Usually you humans can't tell one Turian from another.
This is the place. Now, are you going to give me a refund or not?
Do you have your proof of purchase?
What? No, I don't think you ever gave me one.
I'm sorry then. I can't help you.
But what do you...
Can't help you.
Okay. So this is like the bazaar, the market.
Best place on this ward to buy upgrades.
Expat.
Hello, Earth Clan. No doubt you've just come back from the colonies. Will you be needing supplies?
What colonies are you talking about?
Oh, my mistake, Earth Clan. I assumed... It doesn't matter. Pharos? Novaria? Well, if you haven't heard of them yet, I'm sure you will soon. But it doesn't matter where you hail from. My goods are available to all.
Okay. Well, we're kind of out of money.
As you say, Earth Clan. Good day to you.
But we know about him now.
Is that really... Wow! It's you!
Oh, boy.
You're Commander Shepard, the hero of Eden Prime. I am so honored to meet you.
Oh, my gosh.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
My name is Conrad. Conrad Werner. They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
They say a lot of things. I was too busy killing them to count.
Hey, I know you're probably busy, but do you have time for a quick autograph?
Anything for a fan. Here.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. My wife is going to be so impressed. I'll let you get back to work. But next time you're on Earth, I'd love to buy you a drink. Thanks again.
Okay. No comment. There's a few things that we could probably speculate there, but I'm not going to go into it.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
Goodbye.
Yes, all right then. Good tidings to you, human.
Thank you, Morlan. Okay. Oh, there's Cora's den. This must be... Oh, never mind. We got here. This looks sketchy, man. This might be the other elevator I was thinking of. And I keep calling them elevators. They're portals, doors. Oh boy, 2 Presidium, okay. And then back out into...
It's even bigger than it looks.
How would you know?
I got a tour. One of 500 to see the Ascension from the inside out.
Really?
Took almost 6 hours and we only saw 1/10 of the ship.
Good grief.
I even got to meet the commander.
Matriarch Ladanya. You met her?
Oh, this dude's trying to score points.
Well, she addressed everyone on the tour, but I got pretty close to her.
Huh, just look at that ship. You'd have to be stupid to mess with that.
Very true. She's got almost as much firepower as the rest of the Asari fleet combined.
Wow.
Hopefully, she'll never need to use it.
Okay. Let me find my bearings. CSEC Academy. Okay, so we came up here. Well, actually, we came up over there, I believe. Med clinic. I haven't been to the med clinic. Uh-oh, we're in real danger of me being lost. I'm trying to map out this entire place and make sure we see everything. Observation post. Okay.
I didn't tell anyone, I swear.
That was smart, Doc. Now if Garrus comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut or we'll... Who are you? Let her go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, rock and roll. That dude fell through the wall. Okay, let's do the, can I get a shotgun out? Yeah. We could have hit that. What's up, Garrus?
Perfect timing, Shepard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
Yeah, no problem. I'm not going to say it was a big... I mean, it was a big risk, but this is the kind of outfit we are. Here, nice shot.
You took him down clean.
Sometimes you get lucky. Dr. Michelle, are you hurt?
He said that right in front of her.
I'm okay, thanks to you, all of you.
Why were they threatening you? Who do they work for?
They work for Feast. They wanted to shut me up, keep me from telling Garrus about the Quarian.
The one I told you about, Shepard.
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There is no way the Council can ignore this.
Time we paid Fist a visit.
This is your show, Shepard. But I want to bring Saren down as much as you do. I'm coming with you.
You're a Turian. Why do you want to bring him down?
I couldn't find the proof I needed in my investigation, but I knew what was really going on. Saren is a traitor to the Council and a disgrace to my people.
Welcome aboard, Garrus.
Fisk is going to be waiting for us. When we hit him, we better hit him hard.
Alright, we're going to take Rex and Garrus.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from Feast's thugs, Commander. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there.
You're a doctor. How did you end up here on the Citadel?
My parents brought me here when I was young. My father was a medic with the Alliance. I chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military. Fixing up wounded soldiers isn't my idea of fun.
Oh, I thought there were some other options here. But she sells supplies, so that's good to know.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander. Nice talking to you.
And there's nothing over here, right? Correct, okay. Oh. I don't know what that did. Okay. So, I think that was what I had counted as the first quote-unquote elevator. This is to Flux? Yeah, okay, good. Okay, so that confirms it. So then we'll go through and make a left. This is to the Presidium, right? Yeah. Okay, so open this. And we got Cora's Den, but we're at 40 minutes. on this episode. Let's go ahead and finish Cora's Den.
Looks like
And
it's shut
that'll
down.
Fist knows we're coming.
That'll leave Presidium for the next episode. Oh man. Okay.
Take cover.
Okay. Shoot.
Lost shields.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a lot of guys. Okay. I need to learn how to use my biotics. Resume last save. Oh, this is the last save, huh? There we go. I was able to stand right in front of him because of the shield.
Perfect timing, Shepard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
Glad I could help.
Dr. Michelle.
No, I'm okay. Thanks to you. All of you.
Why were they threatening?
They work for...
The one I told
She
you
must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There is no way
Time
the
we
Count-
paid Fist.
This is your show, Shepard. But I want to bring Saren down as much as you do.
You're a Turian.
I couldn't find the proof I needed in my investigation.
Welcome
but
aboard, Garrus.
Fist is going to be waiting for.
Okay. Not Rex plus Garrus, except squad. And maybe it's best to go ahead and create a save point right here.
I never properly
After talking
thanked
to
you.
her.
I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there.
I'm just glad you weren't hurt.
Me too. Now, was there anything you needed?
You're a doctor. How did you end up here on the Citadel?
I chose to keep the medical tradition alive.
I'll
but-
be going
Goodbye,
now.
Commander. Nice talking to you.
Okay, so next episode we'll hit Cora's Den, since it looks like there's a little bit more to that than what I was thinking. I actually remember that now that I see it. Remember it-ish. Let's hit save game. All right, guys. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. Have a happy new year, and I will see you in the next episode where this story continues.